Hello, this is Level With Me. This is my show where I play through games and talk about what I think the level design is doing. And this week we're changing from the previous week. Last week we were playing some of a game called Underworld Ascendant. But I tried that for 3 weeks straight and I wasn't really feeling it, so I thought we would maybe try some like smaller, shorter games. And I thought this week would be a good time maybe to stream a game called Paratopic. And Paratopic is kind of like this cult classic, IGF darling, walking simulator adjacent kind of first-person game that's, I guess, nominally maybe like a horror game. Maybe I actually haven't played it. I've just heard a lot of people talk about it for the past year or two that it's been out. So I'm kind of excited to finally play it and see what everyone's been talking about, see what everyone's been saying and like raving about. So let's get into it. I guess I'll just press begin. Okay. Oh, Paratopic has no save feature and must be completed in a single sitting. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Begins with you have an enemy, friendo. This is really cool. This is almost like a cold open. I've always wanted more games to do cold opens, and this game just plunges you right into the scene. It's almost kind of like this Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2 aesthetic, Half-Life 1.5 maybe, where it's a very low poly dude. I'm also getting some GoldenEye vibes because that guy's face is clearly just like a photo of a face slapped onto the front of the model, so it's pretty cool. Let's see, what else am I noticing about? Like the pulsing lights. Pulsing lights are kind of strange choice. I don't think fluorescent lights pulse so much as like flicker. I think off in the distance you can see more flickery kind of lights, and I think that those operate maybe more like fluorescent lights. Let's see, what else am I looking at here? Everything is very like low texel density, very low resolution textures, but very consistent use of low resolution textures, so it feels very like coherent and cohesive and intentional, I think. That's not to say every game has to be like super high resolution, but I think if you are gonna go low resolution, you should be consistent in your use of that. Okay, I should probably stop talking. Looks like I'm apparently sitting on some kind of chair and I'm frozen in place. I cannot move, and I have to talk to this person who I'm not sure who this is. They almost kind of seem like a police officer because they're wearing a tie, like, or security officers, but I guess we'll find out. So I'm just gonna say, what? We got a call about you. Undeclared goods, they said. So maybe he is some kind of guard or something. And my choices over here are, I don't know what you're talking about, who said, and right, I'm sure we can work something out. Oh gosh, okay. I think in this situation, I would definitely say who said. I would try to get more information out of the officer. Oh. Ooh, I like the dialogue. It's like this demonic kind of tone. It's like not... It's kind of like Animal Crossing, kind of like gibberish speak, but like... Or like Simlish, but like evil. Your enemy. Someone clearly don't like you, friendo. Beats me, but here's how it works. You people come through here, you show us the forms, and everything was fine, but you didn't. Now why is that? Okay, so maybe he's some kind of guard that we are like bribing or something like that, and maybe we're smuggling something. Wanting to see my lawyer, but he's not a cop, and I feel like a lawyer wouldn't help, but it's kind of funny to demand to see a lawyer, so I'm gonna say that one. You think you're so smart. Busy night and all. No cameras out here. You think your lawyer's gonna stop me from checking out these tapes? Don't watch the tapes. I think I'd say that. You can't stop me. Well, you really shouldn't watch those tapes. Oh. and snaps in that animation. Pretty detailed animations for a low poly kind of thing. His walk is kind of so mechanical and haunting. I kind of like that all we can do is just watch him walk over to another. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's some kind of crow eating some kind of carcass. A lot of mood going on here. The tone of this game is just like brown, like an oppressive, almost Quake-like in terms of its palette. Oh my god. Who's talking to me? Oh, now it's kind of like Twin Peaks vibes, where it's like a very distorted voice. I like how it's a static scene, and then the only movement is that bird picking at a carcass. Very nice composition. I also like how pixelated the glass texture is. It helps like model the whole scene. I'm an outdoors woman. I guess my player character is a woman, or am I the person in the green text? It's not really clear. Oh gosh. Now I'm in some kind of spooky diner. Oh man, I love the textures here. It's super low res. Pretty cool, I'm into it. Oh gosh, what should I do? I guess I have to take this gun. Oh, the game is prompting me, I'm taking too long. Okay, I'm gonna load the gun with all these bullets. Feels kind of like a Brendan Chung kind of move to like... Wait, what do I do now? To like have all these little interactions. Oh, I have to press R for each bullet. That's cool. Well, I like the hot food sign, and then the word hot is just blinking. Oh my god. Oh, I guess I changed perspectives. Oh my god, his face is like pixelating, and it's doing this strange like distortion that I think you associate mostly with PlayStation 1 games, where I think there was a lot of floating point precision errors in PlayStation 1 3D games. So that's why you get a lot of vertex swimming and texture swimming, and that's kind of the effect that's going on with his face right now. You follow these instructions. You will not deviate. You saw what happened last time. You will be professional. Really, the only thing that really dates this game that doesn't make it feel like a PlayStation 1 game is the size of the text. If you were trying to read and play this game on like a CRT television, like good luck. It would be impossible. Look how small that font is. You can probably barely read it on the stream. Someone in the chat asks, Amacia2012 asks, is this an own engine or Unity or something? I'm actually not sure. I'm pretty sure it's Unity, but this game does kind of disguise its tracks. It's not really clear. I can always just look at the files to know, but let's just try to guess as we keep playing. That's more fun. Okay, let's keep, I'll say yes, sir. Oh my god. I love how the camera like snapped forward like that. Oh, and then there's like a VHS distortion effect in between each cut. That's interesting. You won't be picking up the tapes here. We left them in your apartment. Oh my god. Oh, it's so spooky. This guy's so scary. We knew, of course, but we expected you to be professional with us. You must be completely open. Don't you know another word? It's not professional. Oh my god. Oh man, I love how the camera is locked to his face. It's almost like he's like grabbing our face like a vice and like really like getting in our face, getting all up in our business. Oh my god. Really, really interesting treatment of dialogue here. Kind of reminds me of my favorite part of Elder Scrolls Oblivion, which was you'd walk around and then people would suddenly talk to you and then you'd suddenly zoom into their face and it was like the scariest. Oblivion was a really scary game to me. I was constantly scared of people talking to me. And I think this game kind of captures the anxiety of that. Oh. So I felt like in that previous scene, we were maybe sitting over here, looking this way, because that's the orientation of the stools. But maybe now we're in the future, and now we've picked up the gun. That's the object he wanted us to pick up. And now we need to play out what we were hired to, because we're professionals, you know? Ooh, look at all these cards. Not sure these are, I think, astrological signs? I forget which each of these signs mean. I think that's like Aquarius. Is that like Virgo or something? Oh, I'm such a bad gay. I don't even know what these cosmic symbols mean. Only a Scorpio would say that, right? Ugh. Okay. Oh god. Oh, ew. Oh, I love how you can squeeze these. It's kind of weird that like gun goes up. It's like a little like penis or something like popping up each time I'm squeezing these bottles. I love how they shoot just to like a little pellet up though. In terms of interaction, I mean, certainly Half-Life 1 is kind of a predecessor to this. In terms of like trying to make, you know, like a microwave exploding beginning of Half-Life 1. But this also kind of reminds me of maybe the first Max Payne game, which also had a focus on making a lot of things interactable or explodable. You could shoot like anything in Max Payne and it would probably explode. Can I steal some cash? No, looks like I can't. So it looks like I have to go through this door. And that's one cool thing they've done here, I think. Oh my god. Ooh, can I just shoot all my bullets and run out? I wonder. Why didn't it make a hole in the glass, though? That's strange. But here, it's a pretty simple scene. It's basically a hallway, right? There's only one way, one direction to go. But over here, the blinking hot sign helps draw your attention over there to that door. So that's kind of a really nice wayfinding tactic there. Let's just open this door. Oh my god! That was really nice. Okay, so this is a little bit like an out of order, like chronology kind of puzzle thing too. So it looks like we took that gun and we were planning to rob that person. And that person is also the one who was interrogating us at the beginning of the game. Ooh, yeah, I wanted to smoke that. Don't put it out. Oh, what a waste. I guess I should press one of these doors. Well, first let's look around in here. So this is a pretty nice scene. Here we have, oh, there's like a crater in the floor. It's really interesting. Like, what is that? Where did that crater come from? Huh. I guess it's from when we landed. I can't jump in this game though. I like the chairs. Nice pattern. Reminds me of carpet or something. In general, the texture choice in this game has been really, really nice. Like it feels like a very strong like sense of place with these different textures. Feels very like considered. And on top of this like marble slab table kind of thing. Let's see what else is going on. Kind of wish the ceiling had a little bit more going for it. Oh, looks like it's actually some kind of grate. It looks like there's something above me in the ceiling. That's kind of creepy and unusual. And this window is pretty unsettling too. You don't really see like tall lattice windows like that, right? That's not... Everything about this scene is just like slightly off and slightly eerie. But the scale is still pretty good and consistent, so I'm a fan of that. Oh. Oh, I think this is an elevator. Do you see that dial up there? Oh, wait. Is it moving? Yeah, it looks like the elevator's coming down. I wish I could zoom in this game, but I guess it's not that kind of game. So, ooh, I like how we have to wait for the elevator to come down, too. That's a nice touch. See, this is like real realism, right? I think so many games have just this veneer of realism where you're just thinking about, where we're thinking about like, oh, this looks like a photorealistic thing, or this looks like it's been photo scanned and whatnot. But here we have, oh, and then there's a light pattern coming across from the crack in the doors. That's interesting. This reminds me of a lot of New York elevators, actually. You always feel like you're kind of gonna die in these like freight elevators. They're kind of awesome. Oh, Lake Scum in the chat. Lake Scum, really good name by the way. Oh, and then there's just a cut. Really interesting. I never know when it's gonna cut or when it's gonna make me wait. But Lake Scum in the chat mentions, I love the transition from the fast, intense jump cut before, and then this slow elevator scene, and then another surprise jump cut as soon as we walk into the elevator. So this game is just totally keeping us on our toes. We're like not really sure what's going on here. This looks like some kind of public building, I guess, because this looks like a very public kind of bathroom. I'm a bathroom expert, by the way. Oh wait, no, these are showers. But very institutional looking showers, right? Oh, I want to open this stall. Who's in there? Some boxes over here. Where's a toilet? Show me a toilet. Oh. And then there's just this really insidious back area here for no reason. Oh my god. And a really creepy sound cue when I stepped into there. Oh my god. So interesting. It's this dead end area that they've gone to the trouble of detailing with all these pipes and all this like weird growth here. But there's like nothing happening here. It's just there to kind of attract you. It's just kind of this weird trap. I feel like something bad happened when I did that. None of the infrastructure works. Oh geez. So this is like a very dilapidated public kind of building. Yeah, maybe it could be some kind of people in the chat are mentioning it's a post-communist Eastern European hostel, perhaps. I've certainly been to hostels that feel like this. Or it looks like it's some kind of tenement building, actually. Some men were here earlier, got into your apartment, didn't recognize them. Uh-oh. Maybe it was the exterminators. Oh, that was just a friend. Mind keeping in between. I think it was the exterminators. Oh, what's with her voice? She should stop smoking. Don't you know that's bad for you? Oh my god. Well, I don't think you're stupid. I was just trying to make a joke. Come on. Wait, whose room is this? Is this my room? Should turn on the light. Ooh. I don't know what that is. Uh-oh.
It's tape. Isn't it?
Oh my god. You should knock first. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I can just walk away from her and not even respond to her. Ew, what's in these boxes? It's just like meat. I just have these cardboard boxes of meat in my apartment. And yeah, looks like indeed those are a bunch of VHS tapes in there. It's kind of cool that I can just walk away, or I can just walk behind this door if I don't want to talk with her. Will it let me leave? No. I guess I have to talk with her. She's trapped inside. Give us a tape. Oh my god. I shouldn't.
When
has that ever stopped? You don't know shit. I'm not supposed to. You've always been good to me before. Come on, I'm starving. I really should. Reckon you don't want anyone hearing about your friends.
Hey,
oh my god. No, I won't.
Oh, girl.
Oh my god. Oh, she's getting mad. Uh-oh. No, I'm not giving her a tape. Uh-oh. That was very ominous. So, yeah, a lot of good comparisons to 30 Flights of Loving with its use of, like, smash cuts and jump cuts. And now we're in like a driving sequence, which is also very like turn of the 90s or like late 90s kind of thing. I remember the first time I saw one of these sequences, it was in, oh my god, what am I doing? Oh, that's the radio. I saw it in Half-Life Opposing Force, where it begins with like one of these fake train movement kind of things. Although maybe, wait, can I actually control it? Oh, I can actually drive. I didn't even know. Oh cool, it's like an interactive little car. Can I stop? Oh, it's not letting me stop. I am slowing down though. But there's a sense that this is like unavoidable, inevitable. It seems like there's no consequence to crashing though. Ooh, I love the skybox. So I'm just driving over here. Oh, wait. I thought I was driving with my tapes, but now I'm driving with my gun? Oh, man. Where did my tapes go? Oh, I guess I jumped forward in time. Okay, that far clip thing felt like Unity to me. I can't tell you why, but this game now feels like Unity to me. When the far plane draw distance on the camera was getting that camera in there, was getting the building in there. Sounds like fake French on the radio.
What we call it? Yeah, it's called one hall, and it's called been saying a call. It's never call, and every time, and it's one call. It's all galaxy call when. No, it's a call.
A lot of tower blocks, all just looking the same. I guess we're commuting to work, or we're driving to the diner to go shoot that guy. That's what we're doing.
But you call all the pulse. It's not called common.
Oh, it's like half English. I mean, this is what talk radio basically sounds like. I remember commuting a lot with my dad around Southern California. And when you turn on the AM radio and you're just listening to random talk radio bullshit, it basically sounds like this. Let's change the station. Just pressing WASD to kind of steer the car a little bit. You can see it's changing the steering wheel. But I can't really go backwards. If I hold down S, I slow down a lot. Oh. And now, cut to this random, grimy convenience store. Oh, I can examine all these chips very closely. I can pick up objects through the collider. That's not good. Oh man, it's so dark and grimy. I'm gonna boost up the gamma on the stream a little bit. Wait, I don't know if that's helping. Hold on. I forgot how to use OBS. Oh wait, no, that's my webcam. Oops. Okay. Just gonna add a gamma thingy. Oops. Just so you can see things a little bit better over there. Okay, hopefully that's better. I think you should be able to see things a little bit more. And I think this game is pretty generous. I think a washed out camera feed is perfectly suitable for this game. Ooh, I love the font here. It reminds me a lot of like 90s convenience stores. Local Circle K or something. Oh, and here's the clerk. Oh. My dad knew a guy who used to work at the cereal plant. He said the guy said he'd never eat cereal after he saw what went into making it. Like pencil shavings? What goes into that? What? Wait, what? My choice, my options are: 1, you got any of that low land milk? Land milk? What? Where's the nearest place to eat before the border? Okay, so maybe I'm driving, trying to leave the country, and I need something to keep me awake. I want some of that land milk. But oh god. Okay, what's cheap? We got 12-hour Spitfire, Beasley Bub, Auntie M's Old Remedy. Oh god. Oh, in the chat, Hasselhoff mentions that Lowland Milk is a play on a brand called Highland Milk. Oh, where's Highland Milk served? I've never heard of that brand. I'll go with Auntie M's. She makes it over in Rio Laredo. Okay. Family too. No kidding. This won't give me a heart attack. Where's the nearest place to eat before the border? It seems like this whole conversation tree is funneling me towards asking what's to eat before the border. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Nearest place open this way is Burger Bill's. What do you like? I think I like Burger Bill's. Oh. Just a fire safety test. Ignore the alarm. Burger Bill's is down 69th Street. Can't miss it as a big purple sign. Ooh, I hope we get to drive around. Oh, gives people seizures. Oh my god. Okay, thanks. Guess I should ask what he's reading. Normally I would never want to talk to anyone. Ever. I would just want to go home probably. But you know, we're in a video game, we should roleplay a little. It's a book by some guy named Eric. It's about how aliens are better than us. But aliens don't exist. Oh. That's what we're supposed to say, isn't it? Wink, wink. I've seen aliens, you know. Do they probe you? That's a false flag operation perpetrated by people who are trying to cover up the existence of aliens. Oh my god. Other people are hiding them. I see. I remember one time I went to this alien exhibit. We were in Vegas and ran out of stuff to do in Vegas, and all the casinos kind of became the same. So then we went to the nuclear museum, the official United States operated nuclear museum in Las Vegas, and they had this weird exhibition about aliens and about how aliens aren't real. But of course the government would have an exhibition about how aliens aren't real, right? I do kind of feel like the pacing of this is a little bit too long. Like, I don't... A little bit too much talking, I think. I almost kind of feel like I kind of wish there was, like, a trap door for me to get out of this conversation. Okay, there it goes. Oh, where's the convenience store? Where was I? Or corner store, where was I? Okay, well, now I'm here. This is my car. Oh, it's my camera. Ooh, and now it's daytime. Ooh, that's a really nice... It's not realistic at all, right? To have it suddenly launch into daytime, but... Wow, that was really effective. Nice work. The way they structure everything, like there's very little tutorialization going on. You're just kind of like intuitively trying to perform what the scene is asking of you. And that's really hard to do. So I am totally admiring the game for that. That I always can kind of figure out what I'm supposed to do, and I always feel like I'm just wandering into it. Loving these trees. Look at these trees. Oh, there's like a little bit of vertex animation on these trees. Interesting. Oh, and then jump cut because it would take too long to walk, I guess. We can keep walking over here. Oh, now it's turning into like a nature photography game? Oh, it's so good. And then they have all these birds flying everywhere. That's kind of like a Half-Life 2 kind of trick. To draw the player's eye, you just have a bunch of movement. And birds are a thing that often move. I think most players would probably, their first instinct would be to photograph this bird. And I guess that's what we're supposed to do. Because you'll notice it actually turns green when my cursor is over the bird. Can I waste any photos though? Oh, looks like you can see there's these little knobs down here in the top bottom right. And I guess I have to take pictures of 5 more birds? Huh. Well, let me know if you see any birds, okay? Oh, and now we have this one-way drop. Can't walk backwards. Interesting choice. You can hold down shift to run, but the game never really tells you that. That's just like maybe a gamer thing you have to guess. Oh, can I photograph this house? No, I can only photograph this bird. Oh man, look at that water. I think I think I have a minor critique here, which is I'm not a big fan of the shadows moving. It feels so busy when you're vertex animating the tree shapes, and then that also causes jitter with the projected shadows, and then it's kind of strange. Like, it's also technically anachronistic, right? PlayStation 1 games would not be able to just throw all these projected shadows everywhere with no cost. But it's okay, this game doesn't seem super concerned about that. It wants to evoke the era, but doesn't want to be necessarily trapped by it. Is there a bird over here? Did anyone see one? Oh, I think that's a bird over there. Oh, is this why people go birding? What a thrill. I want to go in this house, though. And I guess if I hadn't photographed that bird, I would have seen that bird through these holes in the roof. What is this? Oh, it's just like cans of food, no soiled mattress. You know, no game is complete without a soiled mattress. Oh my god, and then there's like a secret bunker here. Oh geez, it's probably like a prepper hiding in there. Okay, well... Uh-oh. Scary noise. Did something change? Did the door open? The door opened as soon as I left? What's going on here? Uh-oh. Now I'm getting like stalker vibes with all these abandoned structures. What's over here? Ah, nothing, just like some wall. This is reminding me of the beginning of the game a little bit, when this tunnel again. Oh, so this is what, was this like a missile silo or something? I don't know what this is, or maybe this was some kind of satellite, it looks like. All these wires are coming out. Can I open this door? No. I guess I should go down in this deep hole now? Oh, I don't think it'll let me. Maybe I just have to fall down it. But nice scene here. Really good mixture of like different environments. How we have like an outdoor space, and now when we go into these small confined indoor spaces, and now we're in this pretty round space here. It doesn't look like I can go down that ladder. It's not highlighting for me. Any birds to photograph? I don't know. Well, there's one light fixture here. Maybe we were supposed to come over here. Play with all these circuits. I don't know what that did though. It's kind of an interaction just for fun. Huh. Now can I go underground? I don't even know what that did though. Oh, turned this thing on? Oh, now all these... Now the whole room is coming to life. Oh, it's so creepy. What is this? It clearly feels like some kind of military simulation. Oh, someone's talking to me. Okay, so I guess some giant nefarious company built this giant complex. And I guess it exploits its workers or something and sacrifices them for some nefarious purpose. Okay, anything else I should be clicking on to glow? Any other glowy bits to click on? I don't see anything else. Wow, I think that's it. I think that was just an entirely optional sequence. Because there's no birds to photograph here. I think if a AAA studio had made something like this, they definitely would have put a bird, like, perching right here on this rail. To, like, force everyone to make sure they experience that scripted sequence that we just witnessed. But I feel like this game has made that totally optional. Like, if I hadn't thought to go back into the shack and go down there, then I wouldn't have witnessed any of that. Because as far as I know, the critical path of this is still about photographing birds. Oops, just close the door. I love these bushes. Look at that. It's just like a sphere with like textures on it. Oh, and then just there's these big containers. Reminds me of that GoldenEye level where it's just you're in this junkyard and you have to navigate all these containers. It's like a big maze. Now you could argue that this kind of fidelity and production value, like PS1 era graphics, represents a little bit of a golden age in level design, because this was when hardware was powerful enough to represent things pretty easily. Like, you could make stuff look like stuff pretty well and on PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, but you know, you couldn't waste things, right? You weren't just wasting detail or polygons on stuff. Nowadays, you play a AAA game and it's just so busy with so much detail going on everywhere and so much 3D scan stuff everywhere that you don't really know like what exactly you should be looking at. And that's why all those games need like detective modes and stuff now. It's a crutch for this weird arms race that happened in video game aesthetics. I can't jump, otherwise I'd try to jump on top of these containers. Huh, interesting. Okay. It looks like that was another way to go back to that bunker area where I saw the containers on the other side. Interesting choice to leave that there and then block it off. It implies that, like, maybe there used to be a passageway and then maybe they decided that players were getting too lost or something. Oh, there's a bird. Really interesting choice to make the birds dark and then to make the top of the skybox dark. So if the bird is right above you, it's actually really hard to see the bird's silhouette against that dark skybox. So you always have to be looking more towards the horizon instead of directly above you. The game also seems to spawn the birds based on... yeah, like that bird right there. It seems to spawn the birds as you walk. Like when you pass through an invisible trigger or something. I already took 6 photos of birds, but maybe I'll get some extra credit. Oh, I can hear a lot of birds. Doesn't sound good. Wayfinding wise, it's cool that I can just follow this stream to wherever I'm going. Oh, there's a giant complex. Kind of reminds me of the Arecibo large satellite array in Puerto Rico. I think I'm supposed to go that way because over there there's some raised ground and I probably cannot jump up there. So there's probably nowhere to go that way. Can I jump off the cliff? No, the game does not let me jump off the cliff. I guess that's what this windmill is supposed to signify. It's a big landmark. So if we do get lost, we can just walk towards landmarks, try to investigate them, and then this is revealing the path as well. Well, it looks like there's nothing at its root. No items, no experience points. Such is life, you know? Wait, there's nothing here at the end of this path either. What am I supposed to do? Looks like there's a cliff ledge down there, but I don't understand how I'm supposed to get down to that cliff ledge. Was there? Oh, there was a path I missed. Interesting that it let me go the wrong way. Huh. Very Dear Esther kind of vibes going on here, where Dear Esther would often have a fork in the path, and then it would let you wander down the wrong fork, and then you just have to come back. Oh. Uh-oh, what's happening here? It's interesting that they modeled out a ledge, but then I'd never actually walked there. The ledge was there just so I could reason that I would have to find a way down. It was like a fake walkable area. Which is really interesting. Usually in video games and level design, we're trying to avoid that. Right? Because you don't want fake looking walkable areas. Because then, ooh, is this the fast food joint? Wait, I want fast food. I want to go to Burger Bill. Oh well. Nice variety in the silhouettes now, though. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I feel like a lot of games, they usually actually try really hard to avoid letting you think there's an area that's walkable and then it isn't. And games usually work really hard to kind of, you know, like tip you off a little bit in subtle ways about what's walkable. The headlights on this car also feel pretty Unity-ish to me, so I'm pretty sure this is Unity. Because to actually make Unreal look like this would actually be more annoying and difficult to do. Ironically enough, like Unreal would be really bad for this type of game because you'd have to turn off so many defaults and it would end up being so much more work. But in Unity, it's more kind of like open. So if you don't need photorealistically tuned defaults, Unity is often a better, more lightweight, more flexible choice. Oh, all the buildings have ended, so we're definitely leaving the city by now. We're just passing by all these random rest stops. Those look like Pizza Hut signs almost. It's just a land full of truck stops and Pizza Hut signs. I mean, to be honest, this is what driving through America often feels like. When you're driving like through the Midwest between major city hubs and it's just this flat, endless landscape punctuated by like McDonald's or some combination McDonald's Pizza Hut thing. Road trip vibes. Oh. And now it's teleported us back. We're still in the forest again. So there's multiple. Ooh, a bird. Wait. Oh, I should have photographed that one. My bad. Oh, a lot of creepy sounds going on. Oh, and then there's like a. What's this? This is like a surveillance camera that's been bent. So something otherworldly bad and very bad happened here. There's a lot of bad sounds coming. So I guess I'll just follow the direction of the water, which is what you usually do in video games, I guess. Oh, that surveillance camera is working just fine. And it's even following me. How nice. And we can assume that those cameras belong to the same company as we talked to before. The trees are a little bit too close to this rail track, though. I'm not sure if I believe that trees would have grown so close like that. This is so abandoned and unused. But I guess it also is like buried. Some kind of disaster happened here. Also getting some long dark vibes here. The color palette has been super consistent. Like, I think this was a complaint I had in previous weeks when I was playing Underworld Ascendant, and I felt like the game was constantly just playing with all these different colors, and it was really hard to know like what to look at or what kind of mood they were trying to create here. Oh, I'm gonna get that bird, damn it. Get back here. I guess we're probably supposed to follow that bird, right? That's probably the critical path. Let's keep going. Why else would they make it pink, right? Nothing else in this level is pink. I also feel like I'm backtracking if I go that way. I'm just gonna let the bird live and go this way instead. But I was talking before about the color palette. The color palette here is, yeah, very like... I don't want to say Instagram, because that implies a strange fidelity that isn't actually here. But... Oh, am I not supposed to go here? I guess not. Looks like they've clearly blocked this off. And then the lack of detail off in the distance helps signify that that's like a skybox area. So I guess I was supposed to follow the bird. Oops. But there's definitely like this blue, yellow, cross-process kind of feeling to a lot of these environments. It does make it feel like old and vintage. That's why Instagram lets you do cross-process type filters all the time. But also, in this game, it also feels a little bit sickly or toxic, right? If you see something this blue or green, it's either really clean or really, really dirty. Like oil slicks have this color palette. Oh, and then the bird is leading us up this ramp. Let's follow the bird. Interesting use of these cards right here, of this really long like ribbon strip of plants here. They function a little bit like railings, but except they're not railings, right? They're almost like soft railings, so to speak. They're there to like visually ground the path and let us know where we're supposed to be looking and going, but they don't actually like impede you or suggest human-built environment. On the other hand, these broken fences certainly do signify broken human involvement. Something bad happened. Ooh, what's that? Uh-oh. Also getting some Firewatch vibes from this too. Oh, that's like a creepy shadow man that was waiting for us. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That wasn't good. Oh man, now there's not even any Pizza Hut Taco Bells out there. Oh no, there's one.
It's a phone and it's a phone. You can take that out for a phone. I call him. No, I'm going to leave mom. It's a phone, she phone. Det ska gå vid alla.
Yeah, it is getting much darker, right? The skybox is actually maybe helping us figure out what the chronology of all this is. Because presumably a lot of stuff would happen in the day, and then the sun would set as we keep going. Ooh, do I even have to hold W? Maybe I can just I'll just let Jesus take the wheel. A lot of power lines here. To me, this feels very middle America. Seeing all these utility poles out here like that. And then really big electrical main pylons in the distance. I mean, maybe other countries have their infrastructure built like that too, but to me at least, it feels very American. But like dark America, right? The creepy America that no one wants to talk about. But maybe the creepy dark America is the more interesting America. I can't even see what's in my car seat anymore. It's so dark. This reminds me a little bit of Naissance in that it's not afraid to be a very dark, shadowy game where you can't even see anything. What is that? In the chat, Trundlesbot mentions that this looks like another game called Glitch Hikers, where you're driving a car and like I think you pick up people and talk to people in that game. And I think there's been a lot of first-person driving games actually, games where it's just about the mundanity of driving around in your shitty car. Like another game is called My Summer Car, which I definitely want to play for this stream at some point. There's also Jalopy, which we have played on this stream at some point. Oh, that was a height change in the road. Usually, they haven't done height changes. Now I'm back here. Now I'm going back in time and repeating this sequence, but I already did this. Maybe every convenience store is the same, or maybe this is a different character. It's not clear what the game is exactly saying by making us repeat this sequence. I wanted to join the circus. Sure. I want to be... Why is wanting to be a clown a lie? I feel like wanting to be a strongman is more of a lie. You're a funny guy? Nah, I just like makeup. Not cut out for the circus? Afraid not. So what then? I'm a handyman now. I mean, this type of conversation is also stereotypical of like American road trip movies, right? Where it's just strangers getting way too much into each other's business for no reason. Would you be interested in a giant ball of twine? Okay, that's definitely an American reference because there's actually, I think, several giant balls of twine that you can go visit, or giant, I know that at least there's a giant rubber band ball you can go visit out in the Midwest somewhere. So that's like a very, very clear US Midwestern kind of thing. Although there is certainly a lot of like Eastern European and Soviet influence in this game too. I've been known to enjoy a ball of twine in my time. Plus, no one's sure how it got there. Just showed up one day. Oh man, a big ball of twine showed up in the park downtown in the big gazebo. There's a gazebo in this town? Probably a prank or something. It's just a big ball of twine though. Oh, a ghost carnival or the milk store? To be in character, I would still want to ask them about the milk store. The store, but they only sell milk, milk products, and milk accessories. Oh, that's a King of the Hill reference. I want to know what milk accessories are. Milk bottles, milking pails, and such. Okay, that was obvious. I should have known that. Oh, in the chat, Grey Pixel mentions that the writer of this game lives in Kansas, so I guess that makes a lot of sense for a lot of the vibes we're getting from this game. Now, that isn't all we got. I think do I really have to ask him about all these things? Ghost Carnival. We used to have this old carnival that would travel the state every summer, then winter, just outside of town. The kids say it's haunted. Yeah, I also get, someone in the chat mentioned earlier that this is also very like Kentucky Route Zero and stuff. I mean, maybe it's annoying that I keep talking about this game through the lens of other games, but that's how art works, right? We're all making video games and doing stuff within this community. We're all getting influenced by each other. It's good to draw these connections. It makes the work richer. What about the milk store? Okay, time for me to get going. Looks like your friend finished fueling up, but how would he know? The window's closed. Oh wait, no. Actually, it looks like it's open. Wait, who's my friend? Oh, why am I trapped in this conversation? Oh my god. I mean, this is very realistic, though. When you're working a random gas station, and when you're working a random gas station and then someone comes in, I imagine you would be starved for socialization and false intimacy. Oh my god. Should I shoot him? I don't think I want to shoot him. I just want these tapes. I guess there's no branching in this game, because I don't really want to shoot him. That doesn't seem right. I just want to... I like how he dynamically walked backwards, though. That's a pretty cool scene. I guess the game is making me shoot him, even though I don't want him. Oh well, sorry. Oh my god. Oh, and that's the same meat texture we saw in the cardboard boxes. Oh, ew. Ew. I like blew off half of his... I blew off half of his body. Oh my god. Okay, let's see what's on these tapes. Oh my god. Wait, it just killed him again when I put that tape in there. Oh, it just keeps killing him. Are these all the wrong tapes? Well, what's the right tape? Is it this tape? They all look the same. They all have the same red label. Oh my god. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now it's very Silent Hill Videodrome-y. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh whoa, what? Nice use of shaders, by the way, there. When like his body was like shrinking and stuff. Wait, what do I want to do with this gun? Am I supposed to keep going this way? I'm supposed to follow where I was following that bird, I guess. Okay, so now I've come back to this scene, or maybe I'm two different characters. Oh, and the sign is still flipped. Am I gonna find myself here, and I'm gonna shoot myself? Remember that creepy shadow thing was here before? But now it's gone. Oh my god! The shadow thing impaled me, look! Oh my god. And there's my poor little camera. Oh, I'm sorry, birdwatcher guy. Highway 69. I think that joke feels a little bit off-tone from the rest of the game. The rest of the game just feels so, like, subtle about everything, and then to name it Highway 69 is kind of... It doesn't feel like it fits the rest of the game. I don't know. Okay, so the person with the gun is a lady. That's who I'm playing as. I don't know who the bird watcher was, but oh well. Oh, is that the end? Oh. I didn't know it was that short. I wouldn't have played through the whole thing, I think. I wouldn't have spoiled everything for you if I had known. Huh. Well, oh well. So this game was made by Jessica Harvey, and two other people whose names I totally missed on the credits. Sorry. Oh, Doc Burford is another main developer. I believe this game had 3 main developers. Oh, in the chat I'm told by AV Big Cat that there actually is a Highway 69 and it goes from Minnesota to Texas. I wonder how many people steal those highway signs. That has to be brutal. Uses Saber CSG, Kaijuro's stuff. Yeah, definitely a Unity game. Oh, uses Saber CSG actually. That's really interesting. PSX Retro Shader. I think that's the one I use too. Saber CSG is a free level design tool, free open source level design tool that you can use with Unity, and it's pretty good. It's a slightly different paradigm than Pro Builder if you make Unity games. But really, any tool's okay. It's not a big deal. Just use some tool that you're comfortable with. And then that's the end. I wonder if is there gonna be any secret post-credits endings? Oh my god. Oh, the security camera's still watching us. Oh, gosh. I guess that's the end. Wait, what? Oh. And now it's unlocking all my achievements? What? Oh, gosh. Really interesting for it to have achievements. I wouldn't expect it to. Huh. Quasi Otter in the chat asks, Jack Squires, who is the, I guess, maybe the audio person? I forget who that was. One of the main developers on this game, Quasi Otter asks if I've ever played Exit 19, which is supposed to be a very good walking sim from the Ambient 16 mixtape. No, I haven't played that, but maybe I'll add that to the list, to my giant backlog of games to try. But I'm glad I played through this. Super interesting. Oh, Jack Squires was not one of the main developers. Sorry, Jack Squires was in the special thanks. So I guess another reference to this like wider community of people doing alternative type of haunting, not exactly scary, it's more like haunting and like a sense of dread than anything else type of games. Let's see, all in all, I think it was pretty good. I think I really liked exploring the spaces a lot more than the dialogue. The dialogue was interesting, and I think it served its purpose, definitely, and it worked. But I think personally, as a player, I was just much more interested in exploring these strange spaces. I wish it had kind of more of that. That'd maybe be just my critique. But other than that, all the audio design and texturing was super consistent. The mood state and color palette stayed pretty consistent too. Very well put together, and definitely does not outstay its welcome, I think. I guess that's it. It's been about an hour, so I think I'm gonna have to sign off. I have to prep for class. I have to teach level design soon. So in the meantime, thanks for watching. There's going to be no stream next week because I'm gonna be at GDC, so I literally won't be able to do any of this. Maybe should I do a live stream from GDC? No, I don't think my phone has the bandwidth for that, unfortunately. So in the meantime, you know, just follow GDC if you want, or don't follow GDC. It really doesn't matter. It's just a conference. It's a business thing. It doesn't matter that much. But if you are at GDC, feel free to say hello. Feel free to come by the NYU Game Center booth. I'll be hanging around there sometimes. I'll also be around on Lost Levels. That's Thursday afternoon in the park. You know, don't be a stranger. Or be a stranger if you want. You know, no pressure. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good rest of your day. See y'all later. Bye.